Well, welcome back, Independence Mustang Wrestling fans. This is Jason Lang at the 2015 Battle of Waterloo, and what we're getting ready to go with right now is Independence versus New Hampton. And looks like we're going to be on mat 6. No, mat 7. Mat 7. They're going out to the middle right there and shaking hands. Independence versus New Hampton. Not strangers for sure. They just wrestled not too long ago. Independence losing that dual meet 40-30 to New Hampton. First time we wrestled New Hampton, according to Matt Shannon, was in the 1990-1991 regional dual meet, where we lost that meet 42-11. Our overall dual meet record against New Hampton is 7-14. So love to see if we could change that up a little bit here tonight, here in this second round of the Battle of Waterloo. Some of the other scores that happened: Davenport Assumption beat Clear Lake 55-15. Clarion Goldfield beat Pleasant Valley, I believe. We'll have to watch that go across again here. We'll catch up on some of the scores. Indianola beat Lake Mills. Okay, on the mat first here, we have Holden Griffith on the mat for Independence right now. Starting off at, Jacob Wolf out there. Jacob Wolf at 126. 126-pound Jacob Wolf and Connor Cleveland. Well, last time I checked, Connor Cleveland's a pretty darn good wrestler. So Cleveland already with a 2-1 score, takedown escape over Jacob Wolf. Just curious to see what Connor Cleveland is ranked nowadays. One of their better wrestlers for sure. Ahead 4-1 right now, 2 takedowns over Jacob Wolf. Like I said, some of the other dual meet scores. It was Clarion Goldfield over Pleasant Valley, I believe. That's a 1A school beating a 3A school, a large 3A school. So that's interesting to see. There's an escape by Jacob Wolf. Good job there. Connor Cleveland ranked actually at 120. Ranked number 5 at 120 for New Hampton. So Connor Cleveland bumping up from 120 to 126 here against Jacob Wolf. And he's ahead 6-2 right now. Like I said, a tough wrestler for New Hampton. 39 seconds left, 39 seconds left in the first period. Wolf behind 6-2. Now, Jacob got that elbow a little high there. Cleveland able to catch the chin on the way through, and there's a fall for Connor Cleveland of New Hampton over Jacob Wolf. In 1 minute and 34 seconds. So we'll start this dual meet behind 6-0 after that loss by fall at 126 pounds. Now at 132, we have Tanner Erickson Dale taking the mat for Independence, and he's wrestling Tyler Shatek of New Hampton. Erickson Dale and Shatek on the mat right now. Independence versus New Hampton, second match of this dual meet. West Des Moines Valley beat Waterloo West 72-6. Some of the round 1 action that we had here at the Battle of Waterloo. Independence won 35-33. There's Erickson Dale. Nice job. Nice takedown. 2. And going to give up the escape, but we can trade 2-1. There goes an opportunity for a shot off the mat. Right here, take it. Oh, he let his opponent come back in on him. You got to take that shot on the edge. Got to get that opponent out of bounds. Don't mess around in that out of bounds situation. Take the shot, get the new start. Oh, tried to kick out from a little too far into the mat now. So gives up the takedown. 3-2 score. Let's see if Tanner can get the escape right away, get back up on her feet, and get moving forward again. Alburnett beat Osage 46-36. Some really good wrestling in that first round. Erickson Dale up to his feet. Now you got Shatek with the wrist control on the right hand side. So Dale, there you go. Roll that wrist and get reestablish hand control. Denver Tripola lost in the first round, and I don't know if that was North Scott. They had NS on the scoreboard, so I'll see if I can sort that out real quick. As Tanner needs to recognize where he's at. Yep, get out of bounds. That's good. Yeah, it was North Scott, number 4 seed in that bracket, beating Denver Tripola. New Hampton, a number 2 seed in this bracket. Independence, a number 3 seed. Davenport Assumption, the number 1 seed in the bracket, won pretty easily over Clear Lake and theirs. All right, Tanner Ericksondale with the stand-up and the escape. We've noticed this a couple times now in some of the matches that we've had. I would encourage Tanner, as he hits those stand-ups, to, rather than reaching up over top with his arm, kind of coming around over top the head as he squares up with him, to instead run that elbow between his body and his opponent's body. That's going to clear things up a little bit better. He's going to get a clean escape. When you reach up around the head, you actually give your opponent the opportunity to lock something up upper body, and it makes life a whole bunch more interesting when we go that route. 3-3 score right now. All tied up here at 132. Tanner Ericksondale got to get his opponent returned to the mat. Gives up the escape. 4-3 score. 1:44 left in the second period. Let's see what Tanner can make happen up on his feet here. I'd love to see Tanner on the offense. Guys go out of bounds. Head back to the middle. 1:28 left. Let's see what Tanner has for some offense here. Get him off the wrist. Mentioned last night. Tanner, when he ties up, boy, there's a low shot by Shatek. Just, boy, changed levels and really caught us walking forward into that. That's, when you get somebody that changes levels like that, the last thing they have to do is shoot forward. So what you don't want to do as a defensive wrestler in that position is take that first step forward, because that's exactly what they're waiting for. Part of wrestling and taking a shot is change levels and then move forward. Well, he had the levels changed, and he just waited for us to take that first step forward. Behind 6-3 now, after giving up the escape earlier and now the takedown. 6-3 second period, 29 seconds left. Oh, there's a tilt attempt by Shatek. Boy, and Ericksondale comes out on top of that. It's that really dangerous tilt that a lot of kids want to use now. They want to hook up that tilt, and they're willing to go underneath. Somehow Ericksondale is able to break the grip on the way through, on the way over, and did a good job of picking up a reversal. So 6-5 score, 13 seconds left. See if he can drop down to a leg. Gonna give up the escape. 6 seconds now. Behind 7-5 with the escape. 132, Jacob Wolf was our first match, lost by fall in 1 minute and 34 seconds. Now we have at 132, Tanner Ericksondale on the mat for Independence. For the most part in this round, we've got the number 1 and number 4 seeded teams wrestling on one side of the bracket, the top side of the bracket. We got the number 2 and number 3 seeded teams wrestling on the bottom side, on the championship side. Okay, Ericksondale in that bottom position. Haven't quite been able to get the hips cleared yet. Needs to get hand control. There we go. There's that roll through tilt again. And Ericksondale stopped it earlier in the match, but not able to stop it this time. Referee does have 2 points on his hand, so I think Tanner's going to give up a couple back points, and he does. 9-5 score now. Ericksondale behind 9-5 in the third period. 1:19 left in this match right here at 132. So we've seen what he can do. He wants that 2-on-1. He wants that 2-on-1. He wants to be able to set that tilt up. Got to continue rolling wrists through the body. Let him roll and flick it out. Just what he do with that right hand. Got to be able to do the same with the left. Be able to do it on both sides at the same time. New Hampton has the power half. Well, lets go of it. Eriksondale gets to his feet and not going to get the escape. As soon as Tanner gets up to his feet, got to try and establish hand control on the way up if he can. That way he can hopefully get those hips away and let that stand-up motion go right into clearing the hips and finish off that escape attempt. 9-5 score, 41 seconds left. Eriksondale behind here at 132. Wrestling Tyler Shatek of New Hampton. Tanner doing a good job of getting his hips up off the mat, but he's also got to bring that head up with. You can't have your forehead on the mat. Not a lot of good things happen when that forehead's on the mat, so we got to bring the hips up, bring the elbows underneath, and bring your head with it. It's all got to come at the same time. But Shatek doing a pretty good job of keeping a lot of pressure forward. A lot of pressure forward, staying behind the arms and pressure forward, and that's how it's going to wrap up. A 9-5 loss for Tanner Eriksondale. So the dual meet score is Independence 0 and New Hampton 9. So that wraps up 132. We go up to 138. Got Drew Davis out on the mat right now. And Davis wrestling Keaton Gertz. Keaton Gertz of New Hampton. Talked to Matt Shannon before the meet started and said that Davis lost against his New Hampton opponent the first meet. I don't know if that was Gertz for sure, but we may have somebody that we lost the match earlier. Nice takedown. Way to start the match off. 2-point takedown for Drew Davis. Be careful here. Stay behind that leg. Yeah, that's what Gertz wanted to do. He wanted to kick over top of that. Keep your head up, Davis. Drew, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. No, if we're going to slide underneath, we better do it hard. Has that elbow high and the head buried down. You got to be careful down here. Know where you're at. Where's the real estate? Know where you're at. Get on your feet. Get out of there. Gertz is going at this position hard. Boy, Davis needs to regather himself here a little bit. Here's where an out of bounds would sure be helpful. Where are you at? Use it. Use where you're at right now, bud. Let's see what's going to happen. Is he going to take the... Gave the 2. Davis trying to spin him back on the mat. Should be getting close to some back points here. Boy, that's a heck of a scramble. That is a heck of a scramble going on out there. Now you got Gertz may come out of this thing yet. Drew, drive him out of bounds. Get a new start. Get the new start. All right, take a deep breath. Boy, and all that scramble. 4-1 score. Wow. Not sure I called that very good, but those guys were just kind of rocking and rolling there a little bit, tied up all tight like that. 13 seconds left. There's the kick over roll through. Oh, Peterson roll by Gertz is going to pick up a reversal and back points. He's going to get a 5-point move right at the end of the period. And put himself ahead 6-4 with that Peterson roll. Boy, pretty good recognition there by Gertz. Nice little sit out and roll. And caught both our arm and leg. Ends up in that Peterson roll situation. 6-4, Gertz ahead. New Hampton over Drew Davis. Beginning of the second period. Boy, Gertz. Davis is going to have to just stay in control. tell Gertz he's okay with being in scramble situations. So Drew, if he wants to, he's going to have to get out of this, all this kicking over and all that good stuff. He just needs to stay behind the arms. Crawl forward, crawl forward, crawl forward. Needs to stay behind the arms and float a little bit better than what he's doing right now. He's trying to be aggressive and love to see it. He's getting out to the side. But when you got someone that likes this level of activity by Gertz, you got to lock things down just a little bit. Like we got some blood time going here for Drew Davis. So Drew's going to have to recognize that anytime he comes out to the side, if his opponent's hips are free, if they're able to move, he's going to continue to hit that roll through, kind of throw those hips in the air, kind of like a cartwheel, basically a cartwheel over your shoulders. He's going to have to recognize that and clamp down on those hips a little bit, or there is a counter to that. You just go ahead and let him roll through and then catch him as he goes right on by you. Just jump right back on top of him. Got a caution or not sure. 1:13 left in the second period, 8-4. Gertz from New Hampton ahead over Drew Davis right now. Good job of building a base. So at least we're getting up to our knees. That's where we got to build from there for sure. No, Gertz ranked number 4 at 132. So what New Hampton has done is they moved Gertz up, ranked number 4 at 132. They bumped him up against Davis. Davis ranked number 10 at 138. So I knew Gertz got a chance to see him last year a few times. Referee's got to stop that. That elbow's coming awfully high. Should have stopped that earlier than he did. Gertz, tough wrestler for New Hampton, ranked number 4 at 132. But Davis, tough wrestler in his own, ranked number 10 at 138. 8-4 score, 17 seconds left. Love to see Drew pick up some points here. Now I've got to be careful. Boy, you can tell if Drew's going to have any chance in that bottom position, he's going to have some hand control. Because Gertz just puts some really awesome pressure forward and just pressure on his opponent, Drew Davis, this whole time. It's just going forward. Okay, here we are, third period. Davis behind 8-4. A little half shot by Davis. Watch that left arm. Can't take that shot and leave that left arm up in the air like that. Got an opponent that's pretty good. Now Davis, I'm not sure what he was kicking around that leg for. Oh, we don't need to be thinking 5-point moves here. Be careful. Oh, we're jumping over a wizard. Be careful. Oh, we don't want to be in these scramble situations because Gertz, he can scramble and he's going to come out on top. And that's a 10-4 score for Keaton Gertz of New Hampton. Once again, Gertz ranked number 4 at 132, bumping up to wrestle Davis at 138. Now we'll see what Gertz wants to do, if he's going to cut him loose or going to head back to the middle here and get some mat strategy going on. Gertz up. Yep, he's going to go ahead and give him the escape. So Gertz is thinking in 1 minute left in the third period. He's thinking a couple takedowns right now. We got to make sure we do everything we can do to fight that off. But Gertz gets in deep, casts over the hips. He's going to try and roll Davis up to his back. He's going to hang onto those legs and continue rolling to the head. Gertz hooks the leg and gets the 2 points. Drew's got to be careful reaching back like that. Boy, that leg turk that Gertz has, he's hooked in between the legs. Got a lot of pressure going on the hips. He's got our hips about halfway turned over. Yeah, he was looking to go for that kind of claw going underneath the arm to the far shoulder. work it over for some back points. 12-6 now. Oh, a takedown by Gertz gets him a major decision. We want to avoid that if we can. 15 seconds left now in the third period. If we can avoid this takedown, that'll take the major decision away from Gertz. Boy, oh, we got our heels stuck into the mat, and not only is it a takedown, it's going to be back points. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and time. Boy, Keaton Gertz moving forward against Drew Davis. 17-6. So Davis had some good scramble and good funk there at the beginning. Started the match ahead 4-1, but boy, it was all Gertz after that. Just really kept the pressure on Drew. Never really gave Drew a chance to hardly think out there. Just always on him with some new offensive move. So the dual meet score now with that major decision. New Hampton 13 and Independence 0. And out on the mat right now, we've got Seth House on the mat and Keaton Tengi. Tengi of New Hampton and House of Independence on the mat right now. This is the Battle of Waterloo, second round. Number 2 seeded team, New Hampton, and the number 3 seeded team, Independence, trying to get to the finals. Trying to get to the finals of this particular bracket. 4 8-team brackets here at the Battle of Waterloo. Got 2 brackets represented here tonight, wrestling at 4, 6, and 8. And had wrestling also going earlier this morning that started at 9 a.m. A lot of just hand fighting and head taps and all that going on right now. Nobody quite willing to commit yet. Somebody's got to go forward here eventually. Don't have the results of the last dual meet, so I'd be curious to know if these guys wrestled last time as they go out of bounds. Seth House on the mat, Keegan Tengi from New Hampton. We're here at 1:45. Dual meet score right now, Independence 0. 13 for New Hampton. Now House fighting off an outside single leg attempt. Oh boy, he kicked out of it, so not much of a defense when you kick out. He hoped he'd kick out and get totally free, but New Hampton wrestler had it too high up on the thigh. Pretty tough to kick out of that situation. New Hampton, a lot of pressure forward on the neck and shoulders of House, so House might be able to bring his hips up, but it's going to be awfully hard, I can tell, to bring the head and the shoulders up as well and establish a referee's position. New Hampton wrestler working that right arm pretty hard as well, one-on-one, and thought he was looking to maybe bring it up on his back there right at the end. Okay, 2-0 score heading into the second period here. House will start second period in the top position. New Hampton leading right now, dual meet score 13-0. House with the ankle pick off the whistle, but Tengi from New Hampton able to get the escape. So 3-0 is the score right now. New Hampton wrestler on top. There's some motion forward. Good job at the edge there. Needs to go ahead and finish it off though. If you're at the edge, keep him in front of you, drive him off the mat. Minute 40 left in the second period. House behind 3-0. See what Seth can do here. Oh, got that elbow in too tight. Tengi New Hampton drops into a fireman's carry, trying to pick up some back points. House does a good job keeping his hips turned down to the mat. Does not give up back points. Gives up the takedown, no back points. You can kind of see that coming a little bit. In that front, kind of standing front headlock, House allowed his right arm to get pretty deep over top the head, and New Hampton wrestler went ahead and took advantage of it. Latched onto it tight, dropped down to that fireman's carry. So score right now 5-0. Tengi of New Hampton on top. We're here at 145. This 145-pound match, the fourth match of this dual meet. Independence hasn't picked up a win yet. Started the dual meet with a loss by fall. Jacob Wolf wrestling a highly ranked wrestler from New Hampton. Tanner Erickson Dale lost by decision 9-5. Solid match, but just not able to get a lot of offense going in his match. House with the stall call now. Behind 5-0, 24 seconds left in the second period. And at 138, Drew Davis went ahead 4-1 initially, and then Gertz from New Hampton just kind of turned into a buzzsaw and kept going, and ended up with a 17-6 win at 145. Nice escape there by Seth House, but boy, with 2 seconds left, don't give up the takedown. Coaches are gonna, Independence coaches are over at the head table kind of arguing the time a little bit. You know, we've got a second referee. I don't know if the second referee steps in on that or not, but that'd be an opportunity for, since they have 2 referees at every mat, it'd be a good time for a second referee maybe to even come in and do time. But we give it the takedown, 7-1 score. House is going to start in that down position here at the beginning of the third period. Kind of going through the same thing maybe as what Gertz did to Davis a little bit. Tanguy just kind of a constant pressure into Seth House, especially that last little bit on their feet, giving up that takedown at the end of the period. Just not quite sure what to do with all that pressure. It's just a lot of stuff coming at you at one time. Got to be able to react to that. It's early in the season. Thankfully, we can get better. Now House gives up a point for stalling, so the score goes 8-1. Tanguy goes ahead and lets him up, realizes he's not going to score on the top. That's where House, if he can slow this down a little bit with a nice setup and shot. He's letting Tanguy tie his head up a little bit too tight, so he's got to get control of one of those elbows. Got to get one hand up there. One hand up there. Size your opponent up a little bit. Backing up a little bit too much. Got to circle a little bit more. There's a shot. Good job. There's that little elbow pass by. Shooting for that. Let's get up on the head. Get some head taps. There's a nice shot there on the edge. Good job. That was the time to do it. Sorry, they drifted out of the field of view there for everyone. Nice little flurry there for House. Come back at him now. Don't let him. See, we gotta get our guys to respond to the other team being physical. Right now, that's what Tanguy's doing. He's just being physical, and we got to get used to this. We got to come right back at it. I know Coach Doyle, the boys do a fight drill in there where they get used to being physical like this. That's where we're at right now. We got to come back with it. Come back with a little fight. 8-2 is how that's going to finish up. House with the loss. And so the dual meet score, New Hampton ahead of Independence, 16-0 right now. 16-0 New Hampton in this dual meet. Kind of taking it to Independence right now. Peyton Nolting on the mat, wrestling Ryan Gorman. Peyton Nolting and Ryan Gorman. Wow, around the throat in that front headlock. Referee dropped down there to check it out, but boy, it looked like he had that pretty tight around the throat. There's a snap down by Gorman in New Hampton. Peyton needs to stay square if he can. Stay square. Not going to be able to. Knowlton gives up the first 2 points here at 152. Oh boy, now Gorman drops over top there for that cradle initially. Thought he was going to be able to get that hooked up, so good job by Peyton to react to that and get out of bounds and get a new start. All right, new start here in the first period, 1:18 left. Good first motion by Knowlton. Good job with a changeover and get to your feet. Now gotta get your head up. Can't fall with your head tucked like that. The way he kind of went down to the mat. Got to be careful with that. .53 seconds left in the first period. Knowlton behind 2-0 here at 152. Fifth match of this dual meet, Independence versus New Hampton. Number 2 seed New Hampton in this bracket. Number 3 seed Independence. Independence won 35-33 earlier tonight to get to this round. And New Hampton wrestled the 7 seed, and that was Waterloo East, winning 52-21. Kind of a spiral ride by New Hampton, bringing Peyton Knowlton back down to the mat. 31 seconds left in the first period. Knowlton doing a pretty good job, though, even after kind of the spiral ride, trying to maintain position. But now, New Hampton, I thought he had the inside wrist. Boy, Knowlton, good stand up there at the end of the period, 16 seconds. Oh, if he could battle that leg down. Ooh, that would have been a nice escape to have. Nice escape to have at the end of the first period. Not quite able to get it. .12 seconds left. Let's see what he can do in 12 seconds. Ooh, it'd be hard to do. Got kind of bellied out there right away. So first period's going to wrap up here at 152. Peyton Knowlton behind 2-0 after giving up the takedown. See where Peyton wants to go. Let's go on his feet. So he chose not to go back down on the mat again when the choice was given to him. So if you're going to make that choice, let's get some offense going. There's New Hampton heavy on the head, pulling Peyton down, Knowlton down into the front headlock. Oh, Peyton's getting his hips underneath of him. That's exactly where New Hampton's going to go. I saw those knees going underneath and those hips kind of going underneath of his body, and that's exactly, New Hampton sensed that and just bulldozed right over top of him. Now with the bar arm, New Hampton had Knowlton's arm up across his back, still has it across his back. Chicken wing on the left-hand side. Peyton needs to turn that hip down. New Hampton turns it into a tilt, but oh, he's able to stop the motion on the way over. That actually does not happen that often, but give credit to the New Hampton wrestler. A win by fall. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So New Hampton opens up their lead 22-0 here at 152. And we got Jake Jewell stepping on the mat for Independence now, I think. I didn't think that was Jake out there. That house, yeah, that is Luke House out there. Okay, so I can see what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and bump all of our guys up and let McMillan probably go up to 220, and that'll let McMartin bump up to 285. So it'll be Luke House stepping in here at 160. Oh boy, Luke just give up the single leg. Good job. It kept turning back into that leg, and all that was gonna do was give up the possible cradle. So fought out of that. Down 2-0 here at 160. It's Luke House. Stepping on the mat in place of Jake Jewell. Jake Jewell, I'm guessing, I'll look over the far side. Yeah, he's warming up, so Jake will go in at 170. It'll be Holt probably bumping up to 82. Elliott Ryan going up to 95. McMillan at 220. There's House. Nice job with the little Peterson roll there. Only thing he didn't have was the arm. He had the leg hooked, but didn't have the arm with him. If he could have had that arm, he would have had a 5-point move coming out of that. So good reversal by Luke House, and good to see him out on the mat. Got some really good quality wrestlers in those upper weights for Independence, and we got some really good guys that are battling ranked wrestlers. There's a, oh, that was a fall for a moment. Yes! Nice job, Luke House. Way to step up, Luke House. Gets inserted into the lineup, and he gets a fall in 103. And Independence is finally on the board on and the team score. We're now behind 22-6. 22-6. Luke House stepping in at 160. It's going to be Jake Jewell now stepping on the mat at 170. Well, we'll see what Jake can do. Jake had a tough first round match here earlier tonight against the number 2 ranked. Jake ranked number 3, wrestled the number 2 ranked wrestler at 160, lost 5-3 in that match. Okay, Jake Jewell on the mat against Max Swickerath. Jake Jewell, Max Swickerath on the mat right now. Jewell ahead 2-0 with the first takedown. That's the Jake Jewell we're kind of used to. Goes out there and gets after some points right away early in the match. We know he can do the take him down, let him up game quite well. There we go, cut him loose. 2-1 score. And we'll see if Jewell can get right back in, pick up a takedown. There's a shot. What's that mentioned earlier? Jake starts down on his knees like that, starts really low like that. I mean, he's waiting. He's just waiting for his opponent to walk forward, and that's exactly what he did. His opponent took that first step forward, and Jake shot right in on the legs. Got a little blood time there for Jake Jewell. So we got Jewell bumping up to 170. It'll be Nick Holt moving up to 82. Elliott Ryan at 195, and McMillan will probably move up to 220. McMartin going into 285. That's how we're going to set our lineup up the rest of the way out. Luke House stepping in and doing exactly what he had to do at 160, stepping in with a fall, putting the first points on the board team-wise for Independence. Dual meet score right now, 22-6. New Hampton's kind of got things under control right now. This is an opportunity, though, for Independence to close the gap, and hopefully we can get a nice run here. We can get a nice run at 60 and 70, 82, 95. Sure would like to not only close the gap, but hopefully go ahead in this dual meet. There's another escape, but a takedown right away by Jewell. Jewell had the chicken wing on the left side briefly, but not able to capture it and take advantage of it. There's a tilt situation here for Jewell. 2-on-1 tilt, trying to rock him back slowly. He's going to get a couple. As soon as he lets go of the 2-on-1, there's 2 more for Jewell. He goes ahead 8-2. Picking up some of those cheap points, but I'll tell you what, right now, I want Jake Jewell. Oh, Jewell with the head stuff and looking for that cow catcher. Gives up the escape. Maybe not quite early enough in the match for that yet. Give it a little time. That'll show up later. Outside single leg. Cuts across to a double and picks up 2 more. Now he needs to look ahead, look up. Should have been looking up for a half Nelson there as his opponent reached back. Referee made a motion. I didn't quite see what that was. Jewell's going to go, both wrestlers on their feet here in the second period. He's ahead 10-3 right now. There's a shot by Jewell. Not the best shot, getting all extended out like that on the mat, but sometimes you just make it happen. 1:40 left in the second period. Jewel ahead right now, 12-3. So he's got the major decision, which is what we like to see. But I'll tell you what, I'd much rather see a fall here for Jake Jewel. See if Indy can get a little bit of a run going. Luke House started it off at 160 with the pin. There's 3 more back points for Jake Jewel. 12-3 now, 15-3 now. Up by 12. Now there's that underhook. Let him up and look for that underhook. He's gonna look to stuff the head and whip it over. Oh, nice drive double. Wow, that was a football tackle. 17-4. So this next pinning combination he sets up, he wants to set up something good here and see if we can wrap this match up with a pin rather than a tech fall. 40 seconds left in the second period. Down to 25 seconds left in the second period. Jake's going to go ahead and, oh, I see what he's trying to do. Oh, nice job. Almost a standing crab ride situation. Oh, sunk the half in. Now just, oh, they're going to let him go out of bounds, or they're going to give him a chance to spin him back in. Come on, 8 seconds. Come on. Adjust. Can we get the fall out of this? 2 seconds, 1. Oh. So a win by tech fall. I say that in disappointment, but not really. 20-4, the final score. So a win by tech fall. So with that tech fall, it's going to be Independence 11 and New Hampton 22. So close the gap a little bit there. Would have liked to have seen a fall, but hey, tech fall will take it. And now we're moving up to 182. At 182, it's going to be Nick Holt on the mat for Independence. Gets in on a shot right away. You got to be careful on these long shots. You're bumping up 12 pounds. So it's going to be a little bit tougher to pull your opponent in. Nice job, though, bringing her hips in and making something happen there. That'll work in the first period pretty good, but you better be careful. Better be careful later on in the match when his opponent's going to get a little bit heavier. So 2-0. Nice takedown by Nick Holt. He's up here at 182. Jake Jewel with the tech fall and Luke House with the fall so far in this meet. Wins for Independence. We started back at 126. .11 is the dual meet score right now. Nick Holt ranked number 5 in Class 2A at 170. Oh, nice job, Nick Holt with the half Nelson, and he's going to have time here. 55 seconds. Just needs to pay attention to where he's at. His opponent's, there we go. All right, I like this referee. This referee doesn't mess around with the pins. Good job by Holt. Nice fall there. And 1 minute 12 seconds. So Holt with the fall here at 182. So that's kind of what we were hoping to do. Takes the meet score 17-22. And we're closing the gap and got an opportunity here now. Oh, we are going to go McMillan at 95. Right? Yeah, McMillan at 95. Adam Werzer of New Hampton. So I thought we'd go Elliott Ryan. McMillan with the takedown and the chicken wing already. And with McMillan just trying to press the shoulder, the far shoulder down. He's kind of looking to go both directions. He can run the wing up and around the head, or he was going to pull the wing over his back. Got to decide where he wants to go. Looks like he's got the far arm trapped pretty good now. Oh, he's going to go double chicken wing. Here's where it actually needs to bounce him. Oh, he's going to step over the head and everything. This should be tight when he gets it knocked over. And there's a fall for McMillan in 46 seconds. So McMillan here at 195. Thought they were going to move Elliott Ryan into 95, but that's why I'm not out there coaching. 23-22, Independence now pulls ahead in this dual meet, 23-22. We were down 22-0 4 matches ago, and now it is 23-22. Independence on top of this dual meet. Okay, here at 2:20, we got Lane McMartin stepping out there on the mat for Independence. No, we have Crawford. Hunter Crawford, there's how we're going to play the game. Okay, I wasn't sure how the coaches were going to work this out. So nice job, Hunter Crawford. Way to step out on the mat. Varsity competition here at the Battle of Waterloo. And Crawford wrestling Aaron Day of New Hampton. Hunter Crawford of Independence. No score right now. Minute 37 left in the first period. There's Crawford with a nice single leg. Gather it up. There's 2. Way to go, Hunter Crawford. Stepping out of the mat here at 2:20, helping the team out. Boy, we've had, if he can keep this up, the 2 places we've put new guys in, Luke House at 160, and right now at 2:20, Hunter Crawford looking pretty good. They've done a nice job. They've stepped up, doing good things so far. House had the pin, and Crawford, like I said, being aggressive with the takedown, doing a pretty good job up in the top position right now. Why don't I turn the camera so you can see that? I'm getting way too wrapped up in these matches. So Hunter Crawford out there right now, 59 seconds left in the first period. Had that chicken wing hooked up, would have liked to have seen him keep hold of that and stay in the middle. Crawford ahead 2-0, 55 seconds left in the first period. Let's see what he can make happen. Oh, he is living on the edge. There's a pin right there. I don't know how he didn't have his shoulders down. That's that little roll through tilt that, I'll tell you what, our guys, they don't mind living on the edge apparently, because that's not one that, back in the day when I was wrestling, our coaches didn't like us doing that very often. 5-0, 3-point near fall on that tilt. Oh, and a half. And if he settles in, he should be able to get a fall here. Really close, 18 seconds. Adjust, come on. Oh, he's not underneath the head. He needs to get underneath the head and lift the head up. Deeper with the half. Reverse the half, deeper. That's not going to be enough to get the head up and get that far shoulder down. Another 3-point near fall. So Crawford goes ahead 8-0. Looking good so far. I'm liking Crawford stepping in here at 220 and House stepping in at 160. They're doing exactly what we wanted to do. Try and get this meet scored just a little bit closer. Second period now. Hunter, we don't need to slow things down a little bit. Keep going right back at it. Okay, there's an outside single leg by Crawford. Good deal. Shove him back in the middle. No front trip. Legs outside. Cut across to a double. Oh, the opponent's able to get it back down again. Out of bounds. No change then. 8-0 score right now. Both wrestlers on their feet in the second period. 1:27 left. Time that I'm giving, by the way, that's the official time on the score clock here at the Battle of Waterloo. Out of bounds again, 1:17 now. 8-0 score. Boy, Hunter, we want to get him back to offense again. Looked real good up on his feet. Needs to get back to that, get back to moving forward again. Second period here at 220 pounds, 1 minute left. There's a little shot. Needs to circle him the other way, circle his opponent the opposite direction if he wants to go for that left leg. Oh, step down out of this. Should be able to step down. We don't want to give up takedown now. Hopefully what that ends up being, that's kind of a lesson for Hunter. If you are going forward doing offense, it's pretty hard for him to score on you. So we need to hit this escape and hopefully get back on the offense again. 39 seconds left in the second period. Caution on New Hampton, I believe, yep. 8-2 score. And he's going to go ahead and cut him loose, I guess. So 9-2 score. They're going to back on their feet. I'll tell you what, this is kind of where I'd rather be. I'd rather be up here. We've had 2 takedowns like that. That's where we want to be. Get back in there and get after it. Coach Lochran over there trying to get Crawford in on that outside leg. Oh boy, Hunter, we need to get some control here, bud. 9-2, he's ahead. 19 seconds left in the second period. New Hampton all of a sudden with some second wind. And they go out of bounds. No change. Head back to the middle of the mat. Final 10 seconds here in this period. Second period. Boy, New Hampton still comes forward. Out of bounds, 5 seconds left. Oh, there was a pancake. Oh, we had a, Hunter could have thrown his guy to his back right there. But we'll give him some time to grow up and work on that technique a little bit. But that was a pancake situation if I ever saw one. They don't show up very often and they don't last for very long. But if you recognize it, it sure looks good. Had the opportunity to throw his opponent to his back. Okay, 9-2 score, and boy, now New Hampton jumped up over top with Day jumped over top with the cradle. Crawford ahead 9-2. Day has it all hooked up. We'll see if Crawford can stay low and wide. Breaks the grip. Good job. All right, we better get out of here. Otherwise, we're going to get lefty and righty across the face a few times. So keep coming up to the base. Good job. Good stand up. Step down on that leg. React just a little quicker. Step down. Good job with the escape. Minute 18 left in the third period. Hunter, make sure we're out of bounds. All right, got some blood time now. These guys are going at it now. So Hunter Crawford stepping in here at 2:20. And paying the price right now. Probably physically paying the price. He's got his hands up on his head. He's trying to find air as best he can right now. Man, you got a nose that's looks like it's busted up pretty good, but he's ready to go again. See if they should have cut the blood time by now. Yeah. So he's ahead 10-2, and really he's got a major decision right now with that escape. So I'll be really curious to see. I'm not sure how much time is left in the third period. When they take the blood time off the scoreboard, I'll get a better sense of that. As soon as they blow the whistle, we'll know. So they're both up on their feet. And I think if Crawford could get one rock-solid takedown here, once we get wrestling going again, and get some hand control right away and get some pressure forward, I think we could let the air out of his opponent Day from New Hampton, and we should be able to chalk up the W. Minute 14 left in the third period. 10-2, Crawford ahead. He's got a major decision going right now. Day, though, with the shot. Hunter, just get those legs back. There you go. Stay in good position. Main thing is stay in good position and wait for that opportunity. We've had the takedowns over the course of this match. They're going to come again. And they're actually almost, doesn't seem like it, they're going to come easier because Day's going to move forward into us, and we should be able to drop into that outside single leg that we've had a couple times. Now if we want to drop into that, we got to circle the other direction and let Day step forward with his right leg. That's kind of where we've been wanting to go. Now get out of that Russian tie, stay in good position. Okay, now Day's at a point, 35 seconds left. He's going to start looking for a throw. Oh, we just lost a point with a stall call, so 10-4. Don't like to lose those points like that. Now let's score. 13 seconds. Snap him down and go. Oh, I'd sure like to see Hunter get a score here on the edge. Needs to recognize what a major decision. I mean, we're looking for every single team point we can look for right now. He's doing a great job, but I'd love to see him get a takedown, but he's going to back out of it. I know the coaches don't want that. They want him going forward in that second and third period. So 10-4, great match for Hunter Crawford. But it was kind of a tale of two matches there. The first half of the match looked unstoppable, and then all of a sudden the tide turned and looked like he was almost on his heels there the rest of the match, trying to kind of keep up with his opponent. We'll get better as the season goes, get better as the year goes, and hopefully be able to next time open that gap up. That easily could have been a major decision in that situation. So instead of a regular decision, goes 20, Independence 25, and New Hampton 22. No, to Independent 26, I'm sorry. 26-22. We're up here at 285, and we have Lane McMartin at 285 wrestling Noah Fensky of New Hampton. Fensky definitely probably isn't a real big heavyweight, so really weight-wise we should be pretty close here in this match weight-wise. So we're here at 285. We started the dual meet at 126. So 3 more weight classes after this. 106, 113, and 120. No score yet here at 285. Last time these two teams wrestled just a few weeks back, it was New Hampton 40 and Independence 30, if I remember that score right. Matt Shannon let me know before. There's McMartin with a single leg and a takedown. Good job. And out of bounds. So back to the middle of the mat they go. 2-0 score right now for Lane McMartin at 285. 3 matches left in this dual meet. Oh, McMartin got too high. Looking for this cradle. I don't know if he can stay on top. Yep, he does. He draped over top, maybe looking for that cradle, but nearly slipped off over top. And they head back to the middle as they go out of bounds. A caution on McMartin. The referee didn't like the placement on his opponent's elbow there in the referee's position. All right, McMartin. Let's see. Nope, no escape there right at the end. Head back to the middle. Good job by McMartin not giving up the escape there at the end of the period, so he stays ahead 2-0 here at 285. Dual meet score, Independence 26 and New Hampton 22. See if McMartin can pick up another takedown. Had a nice single leg earlier in this match. Kind of the right body type to do it on. His opponent from New Hampton a little bit taller. So if he can get him to stand up, get through that hand defense. There's a shot by New Hampton. McMartin fights that off pretty easy. So good job there. Oh, there it is. There's an outside single. Now, if he can get his head on the inside rather than being poked outside like that, that'd be a better position to be in. But I like the offense by McMartin. Good job. sometimes the guy that's ahead doesn't necessarily have to be the one that's being aggressive, but good job by him. 53 seconds, another attempt there. Good job, bumping the elbow up, trying to reach for that leg. Trying to jack that arm up in the air and look for that his opponent's right leg. Yeah, there you go. He got it. Good job. Oh, and he's going to go right to the head. Oh, got to bring him in bounds. Circling back on, needs to pull him backwards. Yes, just like that. Good job, McMartin. Way to go. Get him back on the mat. Oh, lost the arm in the process, though. Did everything right there in trying to pull his opponent back on the mat. And maybe a little more time to settle into that. That would have been could have been a fall. Final 7 seconds in the second period. Now McMartin ahead 6-0. So just a 4-point move there, jumping up to that half Nelson and picking up some back points. But, hey, nice job there. Good little takedown and doing one thing I noticed the first dual meet that I got a chance to watch for Independence. A lot of our upperclassmen hitting the takedown and then immediately moving up to the head and looking for that half Nelson. So good job by McMartin to recognize that. He's ahead 7-0 now, being given the escape here at the beginning of the third period. Well, we'll see if McMartin can pick up a major decision. There's a shot by New Hampton. McMartin defends it pretty well. Oh, almost. You can see the toes on the screen there. They slipped out a little bit, just a little bit. One of them crossed that line. Almost had a takedown on the edge there. Pretty amazing when the 285 guys go flying out of bounds too, because they went right into our bench. So I'm guessing somebody felt the brunt of Fensky from New Hampton trying to get off the mat as fast as he could. Okay, we're at a point now, minute 5 left in the third period. McMartin, just stay in good position. And if you get the opportunity to hit a score, go for it. Love to see him get a major decision out of this. Another takedown looked really good. A lot of motion for heavyweights. They're not just sitting in the middle circling each other, that's for sure. They've covered about every square inch of this mat. Now McMartin had the double underhooks going there for a second. Probably not a bad idea to just get out of that and get somewhere safe. Ahead 7-0. There's a takedown. Good job. Good setup and takedown. And they go out of bounds. So with 13 seconds left, picks up the takedown. He's ahead now 9-0. Curious, it'll be one of those times you can go optional start and spin around the front, see if you can catch his head. 6 seconds left. Fensky trying to reach back for like a headlock. 9-1 with the escape. And that's going to be a major decision. Nice job. So the shuffling that Independence did starting at 160 has really paid off pretty well. Lane McMartin with a 9-1 win. And that's a win by major decision. And that'll go 30-22. And so now we're wrapping around to 106. See who we have stepping out there at 106. Oh, we're going to go double forfeit. This is what I get for looking down. Did we pick up a forfeit there? Did we have no? Oh, no, we gave up the forfeit. Okay, so Dylan Robinson at 106 picks up a forfeit. So Independence gave up the forfeit at 106, so 30-28 is a dual meet score, and so now we're at 113. And Holden Griffith on the mat for Independence. And Griffith wrestling Dylan Robinson of New Hampton. Robinson with the chicken wing. And he's working that arm, that shoulder forward, and he's going to go over the head, and there's going to be a fall for New Hampton. So a loss by fall in 45. So Independence now goes behind, falls behind 34-30. And we go back to 120 pounds. This will be the last match of this dual meet. Well, Independence put 30 up on the board again. That's what they did last time. Last dual meet, it was 40-30. So we'll see where this. There's actually a possibility it could end up the exact same. We have Colin Fischels out there, it looks like, for Independence. Oh, and Noah Fye. Okay, Noah Fye of New Hampton. I say that because I know that Noah Fye is a good wrestler. So we'll see if Noah shows up in the rankings. Yeah, Noah Fye, number 3 at 113, bumping up to 120, and he's got Colin on his back and picks up the fall. And my apologies on the camera again. I gotta quit looking things up. Noah Fye finishes the meet off for New Hampton. Colin Fischels a loss by fall in 33 seconds. So it ends up Independence 30 and New Hampton 40. So the exact same score as what happened last time. At least if I had that score right from Matt Shannon, we wrestled earlier this year. It was 40-30 New Hampton, and it's 40-30 New Hampton again. So these were the number 2 and 3 seeded teams in this particular bracket. New Hampton picking up the win as the number 2 seed, 40-30. So we'll have to wait and see where Independence ends up now on the consolation side of the bracket, who they will wrestle. But I'll go back through the meet again here real quick. We started the meet off at 126, and it was Jacob Wolf losing by fall in 1 minute and 34 seconds. At 132, Tanner Erickson-Dale lost by decision 9-5. Drew Davis lost by major decision 17-6. Seth House at 145 lost by decision 8-2. Peyton Olting at 152 lost by fall in 250. At 160, Independence moved Luke House into the lineup, and Luke, a little spark plug there for Independence, won by fall in 103. At 172, Jake Jewell bumped up and won by technical fall 20-4. At 182, Nick Holt stepped in and won by fall in 112. At 195, it just took Matt McMillan 46 seconds at 195 to pick up the fall. At 220, Hunter Crawford, another insertion into the lineup for Independence. Hunter Crawford stepped in and won 10-4 in his match at 220 pounds. Lane McMartin won by major decision 9-1. And Independence at 106 gave up the forfeit. At 113, Holden Griffith lost by fall in 45 seconds. And finally, at 120, Colin Fischels lost by fall in 33 seconds. So at 106, by the way, maybe you're wondering about that forfeit. The wrestler for New Hampton at 106, Robinson, ranked number 8 in the state. So that was the change in the lineup. You have for New Hampton at 106, their wrestlers ranked number 8 at 113. Noah Fye ranked number 3. And they've got the number 5 ranked 120-pounder with Connor Cleveland. So that's a heck of a way to start off a dual meet if you begin down at 106. So Independence loses this dual meet 30-40 to New Hampton, and we're waiting to see who we're going to wrestle. Now on the consolation side of the bracket, we'll be wrestling for 3rd and 4th place. 3rd and 4th place in this particular bracket. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shut down here for a little bit. And with only 2 dual meets going, both of them, one at 106 and one at 113, I'm going to say that you would probably better check back at 7:15 to see if we have our live stream going again. 7:15 will probably be the earliest, and possibly maybe as late as 7:30. So might want to turn that computer back on at 7:15 and see where things are. And I would guess that by 7:15 we'll probably have some wrestling going, but for sure by 7:30 we'll be back on the mats again with Independence's next round here at the Battle of Waterloo. So don't go too far away. We'll get things going, like I said, as early as 7:15, maybe as late as 7:30 for the next round of wrestling. So don't drift too far. We'll be right back with more Independence Mustang Wrestling.